been meeting parents for a very long time in practice and have been working with parents and children, and do believe that communication is critical to psychological health and overall development for children. I've simplified communication skills with children into a mnemonic called the Very Friendly Panda. The P stands for pay attention. Details and authenticity matters. Put away those gadgets, take a pause in your thought process, look at your children and genuinely pay attention. Attention makes them feel valued. It makes them feel that everything that they are saying is important to you and that you are very interested in getting to know about what they're feeling. Paying attention is also a very difficult one, especially these days, because there is so much to do both at home and at work. Now, here's the thing. Very often we assume that children should understand what our condition is. While they're watching everything, they may not be cognitively or emotionally mature to understand what your challenges are. It's okay to share and tell them that, hey, I'd like to hear you out. This is really important to me, but could you please give me a few minutes, couple of hours to finish what I'm doing, and then I want to hear all about what you have to say. A stands for accept and acknowledge. Here's the big one. I'm not asking you to agree with everything they're saying. Acceptance does not mean agree. Acceptance and acknowledgement is something that we seek even as adults. About something that we have said, about our emotions, about our thoughts, about our imagination, about our ideas, our desires. We are not agreeing to every desire out there, but what we are doing is we're acknowledging that yes, I understand that you want this. I do accept that you haven't seen Mama for a very long time. I do understand that this is very hard for you. When you accept and acknowledge a child's challenge, their emotions, they feel valued and understood. Trust me, this one can prevent a lot of tantrums, because children will not need to get louder and louder to explain what their point of view is. To make this one simple, you can use modalities. I see, I hear, I know, I understand, I feel. Those are great acknowledgement and empathetic statements. This one is extremely important. It says no labeling. I discourage not only negative labels but also positive labels. The reason behind this is that both interfere with effective communication with children. So whether you're saying that you're behaving like a pest, or you're saying that I think you're going to be a great swimmer. In the former case, you are shaming or ridiculing your child. And in the latter, it's almost like you're laying down an expectation for your child to feel valued. What children really hear is that if I'm not a good swimmer or not a good dancer, I won't be valued. Now, I do understand that as parents, sometimes we get pushed to tipping points, boiling points, whatever you'd like to call it. But do set down some no-go zones for yourself, and I would strongly recommend that labeling be one of those. D stands for dialogue starters. It is so natural for so many of us to jump into giving advice to our children when they start talking, to stop them in their tracks and say that is absolutely not okay, that's not true, that's not how it is, you should do this, you should have done that, you mustn't think like this. Now that's where our communication breaks. Instead of being a two-way, healthy, effective, honest communication, it becomes a monologue. Children feel rejected in their emotions and very often avoid speaking about those themes again. While it's extremely tempting and genuine for parents to want to protect their children, to tell them what is the right thing to do, and help them feel better, I would prioritize a two-way conversation where I'm getting to know more. How they dealt with it, how do they think about it, what are some of their solutions for it. So I would encourage the conversation with, and I see. Really, that's fascinating. Please tell me more. I would love to hear more about this one. Sometimes when I don't have the time or I'm at a loss of words, even aha works. Or try silence with a lot of eye contact and lots of nodding. This A stands for affirmative language. Did you know that our brain registers positive and emotional words more and faster than negative or neutral words? It means that when you instruct your children to not do something, it takes more time for their brains to register than when you tell them what to do. An even more significant impact of this is that affirmative language starts to become their inner dialogue with themselves. The more they hear it, the more adept they become with it in talking to themselves using those words, and also makes their vocabulary rich in these words, positive words, rational words, when they're talking with others. So the next time you're in a situation or confused about what to say, think about Panda. I promise you, these will only take your communication to another level with your children. Thank you for listening.